The fire over its coverage on the upcoming independence referendum in Scotland. Critics are accusing the broadcaster of being biased in favour of the no vote. These are the pictures from a recent rally at the BBC headquarters in Glasgow. Thousands of Yes voters supporters turned up, accusing the channel of spreading what they called propaganda to make Scotland stay in the Union. Protesters were particularly venting their anger at the corporation's political editor, Nick Robinson. Here's the part of his report that triggered their outrage.
Why should a Scottish voter believe you, a politician, against men who are responsible for billions of pounds of profits? He didn't answer.
The talk was about the Royal Bank of Scotland possibly moving its headquarters to London in case Scotland decides to go to loan. So let's take a listen to how the Scottish First Minister actually did answer.
Why should a Scottish voter believe you, a politician, against men who are responsible for billions of pounds of profits?
Well, can I start? No, let us answer, and I'll be able to perhaps do a reverse question to the BBC's role in these matters, which I'm sure Nick will be perfectly happy to explain. Firstly, can I just correct... Can I correct you on a factual point, Nick? The corporation tax does not depend on registered office, but on economic activity.
The BBC has rejected accusations of biased coverage, saying it considers the report balanced, impartial, and in line with the editorial guidelines. Professor John Robertson from the University of the West of Scotland has conducted a study on the referendum coverage by the BBC and Scottish television.
The BBC is the national broadcaster, has a vested interest in the British state. But latterly things have become more serious. The Nick Robinson case you mentioned is in danger of becoming a cause célèbre and causing people to focus entirely on that. It's important to remember that in the evening broadcast in which Nick Robinson did tell lies, there were many other examples of imbalance, heavily balanced in favour of the No campaign. The Westminster administration in London is in full panic mode because of the opinion polls suggesting that it may be a yes vote. And I think rather late in the day, they have realised they were overconfident and have now moved to try and remedy the situation. But I think it may be too late because the electorate in Scotland, I think, sees a panic in their behaviour. This is self-inflicted wound.
And of course, there's a storm raging online over the looming historic vote and the way the campaigns are being covered. RT's head of social media, Ivor Crotty, is monitoring the referendum storm in the World Wide Web.
It's now widely accepted that if you're looking for consensus and moderation, don't look to social media. So while up to 72,000 have taken the practical step of petitioning Ofcom, the UK media regulator, to investigate allegations of bias against the BBC in its coverage of the Indie referendum, it seems one Scotsman's bias may be another's conspiracy. IndieRef social media is buzzing with claims against the BBC, and it's clips like this one that have the digital tongues wagging. Take a look. Make your own mind up.
Just a little earlier this morning, let's talk to someone very senior at Deutsche Bank now. Bilal Hafiz joins me. And I do apologise. We seem to have lost Jane. We're just checking to see if we can get her back. No, we have lost. In fact, I think we can go back to Jane. Jane. Maxine, thank you very much. Yes, apologies there. Extraordinarily busy. You'll get the sense of it. No surprise, of course, here this weekend, the final weekend of campaigning.
Twitter has spiralled into traditional conspiracy and trolling, invoking the great memes, public gaffes, the Illuminati, obviously. No self-respecting meme is replete without North Korea or David Beckham. But out of this we can be sure, as the rhetoric around a vote polarising British politics sinks into conspiracy and bias claims, so too will social media. It may be popcorn time, and you can follow it on RT.com.
To be in the know, follow us online.